Good night, YouTube. This is actually a follow-up to that video I did a few days ago. I know it's long overdue, but I'm gonna continue on with what I was saying in regards to men who are often accused of being misogynists or may even actually be misogynists. Um, I was saying that sometimes you can't necessarily shame a man for having his views on women the way he does about thinking that most women are a certain way, or that most women that can't be trusted. You can't necessarily blame a man for his beliefs and his outlook on women based on his experiences. You understand what I'm saying? It's the same way that some women will you know they'll have a certain outlook and view on men if all the men they've been around disrespected them and treat them poorly. Same thing applies to men who've been done wrong by various women. I mean, you can't just have a one way. You can't just be understand one side of the understand one gender's plight, but not be willing to understand the other gender's plight. And that's a problem we have in society. Double standards. A woman is free to express her emotions. She's free to express her views on her opposite sex. With this whole feminist movement. This misandry towards men, but a man expresses his views about many women today in today's society. Young women, most particularly, usually women between the ages of say 16 and 28. About if a man expresses his feelings, about how most women are, with their spoiled, rotten, bad behavior. He's shamed. He's called a misogynist or a woman hater. He's laughed at. Everything. Every possible thing you can think of, every possible shaming tactic you can think of. Like you often hear the phrase, you're just mad because you can't get laid, or man up and deal with whatever you're going through. That's what a man will get if he expresses his feelings about his opposite sex. And that's where we need to change. We as a society needs to change that. And the only way it's going to change is if people start speaking out. I know doing this YouTube thing is probably not gonna get the word out. Make what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is, I don't think making videos on YouTube is going to make a direct, like a quick change or a quick shift in our culture and the way we view men's issues. But I could say it's somewhat of a start to opening up people and making them more aware of the problems that men face in our society. If you guys understand what I'm saying. you know, like on YouTube, they have various men movements, like, well, TFL is not really a male only movement, because they do have some women that are living TFL too, but it's very rare. But we have many men up here that are TFLers. You know, we have men that are MGTOW that are speaking out about their, you know, their experiences with women, and um the wrongdoings that are overlooked by many people in our society, that, you know, women do, that women cause, that wrongdoings done by women. A lot of those are overlooked. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, people like TFLers and MGTOWs, we are actually trying to bring these issues to light. You know, we're trying to bring these issues to light and show and let people know that, you know, women aren't always the victims as they're always portrayed to be. You know, I mean, you look around you, in the media, in books, the magazine, you know, people are always, or even in movies and in the cinemas and on television, women are often portrayed as the victims, while men are always portrayed as the villains. You know, you see these movies where we have the woman who seems to always be the damsel in distress. You know, the woman is the one that needs to be helped, needs to be protected, and along with this, there's always a man playing the roles of as a villain, and what you know, corporate media wants to ingrain into the minds of many young men today. They want to ingrain this idea that, you know, women can never be the villains, or that women can never do no wrong. It's always the man who's at fault, or it's always the man who needs to take responsibility and, you know, change his ways. And that's pretty screwed up. That's very screwed up of our society to think that way. You know, that's why we have many misogyny. That's why you have many men that, you know, that feel a certain way towards women, and they even have some men who just straight up don't like women. You know, it's because of this whole culture that we've created, that we've us as a collective, you know, the media puts it out there, and then we take in that information, and then we follow along. You know, it's like we just follow along with what we're told and what we see. It's like we cooperate with what we're told by the media, and we think they tell us how we should think. They manipulate our minds into thinking a certain way. Sorry. We aren't able to think for ourselves. You know, we're always taking some ideology from our media, or from what another person tells us. And this is how our culture in Western society ended up where it is today. You know, and it's become a gynocentric, a very gynocentric man-hating culture. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is. A very gynocentric man-hating culture. And with this, you can expect to see more men that are misogynists because of the bad behavior in today's society that women are getting away with. You can expect to see more misogynists in the future. You know, women are going to keep acting the way they are. You know, they're going to be hypergamous. They're going to have a false sense of entitlement and think that they're, you know, entitled to certain special treatments. You know, they're going to be placed even higher upon a pedestal, which is going to make it harder for a lot of men to date or get dates, and they're going to, you know, women are going to feel that they can just you know, pick, choose, and throw away certain men, you know, when they get into relationships, because they have so much choice and so much power in dating. And this is gonna cause more men to have unpleasant experiences with women, and cause more of them to have an angry, hostile attitude towards women. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right to sorry to hold any hostility towards anybody, or to hold any anger towards anybody, or hatred. But, you know, at the same time, I can kind of empathize with these men who do feel this way. You know, I can empathize with these men who feel this way about women, because I've had a lot of unpleasant experiences with women myself. You know, I've had a lot of unpleasant experiences with women myself. That's why I am up here on YouTube talking about it. You know, if I didn't, I wouldn't be up here talking about it and speaking out against the double standards and gynocentric culture that we're living in here in Western society. You know. But anyway, that's my video. Feel free to leave your comments, rate, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video. This is Jaws Killful signing out. Oh, and one more thing. A lot of people on YouTube are unable to pronounce my name due to, you know, difficulties, you know, with the pronunciation of my name, Jaws Killful. An alternative name you could call me is Jaw, or you could just call me Geovaris, or Geo for short. You could go by any of those names, any of those three names you would prefer to use. Anything that stands clear in your mind, if you can't pronounce my name. So this is Geovaris Geo signing out. Stay tuned for the next video, and peace.